Ooh, fancy
shit.
British court.
Drama. What happened to the new Bailey?
Also, in honor of us being in Britain and Mr. Strongheart, I brought my pocket watch.
Oh, he's the time wizard. Bridge is the time wizard the whole time.
Shit. The ultimate twist.
If only we could start streams on time.
That's a pretty pocket watch.
That's really good. Damn.
It has my.
Does it work?
Yeah, I needed to wind it, but it does work.
Does it have the date that you and your brother tried to bring your mom back to life engraved on it?
First off, if you want to know if I do have a silly little gimmick, a second pocket watch that is the State Alchemist pocket watch, then yes, I do.
You're such a fucking weeb, and I love it.
A treasure trove is what you meant to say, Zach.
Ooh.
Oh boy, look at them all.
So, this is the highest court in Great Britain, the Old Bailey.
We had to take so many stairs to get here.
The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different than the Supreme Court in Japan.
That place sucks. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant.
What?
Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. May I say something, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, yes. What?
You did drugs again, didn't you?
Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again.
I know, but I just can't help it. What's this judge look like? Dracula?
I know, fucking vampire.
Okay. Okay.
It's Santa Claus!
Okay, I like this.
Yeah, I like this judge. He's cute.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
I love that voice.
We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
Question, Zach, is that Magnus's last name too?
McGilded?
Yeah.
It has to be now.
Yes.
Magnus McGilded Snyder.
And instead of naming him after Missile, which was my original intention, I named him after a character for a game that hadn't been released in the States yet.
Also, iTaylor337 says Wes's great-great-great-great-great-grandpa? Yes, that is my great-grandpa. All right.
Oh, this
the prosecution is fully prepared.
Oh, shit. That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld.
Christmas court! Ho 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 ho! I sentence you to death! Ho 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 ho!
You get cold!
Naughty!
Ho 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 ho!
I am gonna. I know I just started doing his voice. I'm gonna change it a little bit because giving the breathiness is gonna tire my voice out.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, that's gonna be hard depending if this judge speaks a lot.
I'm gonna change it. I need to channel the voice I gave him in my head when I was playing through this was the voice that Dick Van Dyke did in Mary Poppins when he played like the really old guy.
Yeah.
That was the voice I want to give him. I just gotta remember how it sounds.
Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English?
Did you just ask me Ego Hanasemaska? How rude. Uh-huh. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
Sumimasen.
He asked if the defense was ready. I couldn't be farther from
And I don't
ready.
know how to say that in English.
I couldn't be farther from ready if I tried.
Those eyes please me. Nipponese.
Okay.
Is that racist?
Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Seemed racist.
Barrick is actually super racist.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage.
Okay, no, that's very racist. IT trailer said, Zach, you might as well make a racist alert and bind it to your keyboard. Here's the thing, I was gonna bring back the racist alert for all of this, but it's just gonna bog down everything and take up too much time. I might retroactively add a racist counter in the corner, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, a little like ding.
Yeah.
The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb.
A cold shiver just ran down my spine, all the way to the tips of my toes.
Now, Mr. McGilded.
Yes, my lord.
You stand accused of murder, a capital offence. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defence to this foreigner?
Damn.
As I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young.
This guy seems like the rare, really nice rich guy.
Even if the fella is a student from some little island off in the Far East.
Again, England is also a little island. I don't know why they act like it isn't.
Is it not a British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance?
I don't think that's a very British thing at all.
Nope.
That's a British
I'd
thing
like
to
to
do,
think-
conquer.
That acts a chivalry to the great British Empire proud.
Listen to Mr. McGilded.
What a fine gentleman London had. Did you hear that he donated £5,000 to the government the other day?
Mother, please, may we go and play in McGilded Park?
You always nail it with the mother person is always the dude.
I know.
It's so
Perfect.
good. God.
It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded.
That's definitely welcome news. And he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him.
Eloquently put, Mr. McGilded, and most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you that you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed?
I love this one man's just fucking flipping a knife.
Alright,
Flipping it-
so
oh,
we
yeah.
have... Okay, so if I've watched enough anime, this maid is actually an assassin.
Uh-huh.
Oh
The
yeah,
fifth-
absolutely.
The 5th person is in the wrong game. That's Professor Layton character. I don't know how he got here, but that's Professor Layton character.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Honestly, you're gonna see a lot of Professor Layton characters in this game.
And I do also love the fact that the third guy just flipping a knife to himself.
The fourth person is definitely like a librarian who's really prudish.
Uh-huh.
Or a headmistress of a school that absolutely beats the children.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
good too.
And then the 6th one is secretly like a really hot like fairy warlock who's transformed herself into an old woman.
Oh, okay, I got
The
you.
wife of the time wizard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first guy, I don't know what to feel about him.
He kind of sucks.
Yes, my lord. If the task is to send rotters to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready.
Nice eyebrows, dude.
At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree. Ha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me.
I fucking love how completely impartial these people are in their opening statements.
Uh-huh.
Fuck yeah. I should have said
Very
anything.
impartial.
He just drinks. Great.
Where's Professor Layton?
I feel a chill.
Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. I must finish these bits for my grandson.
Okay, I fucking love this woman. I would die for her.
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, those people are...
White, I know. The jury, yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet.
I was going to see actually really impartial, but that works. Or really partial.
That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors. The judge passes the sentence. The judge passes sentence according to the law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense, which they do not have. So the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view.
Yeah, did these jurors pass voir dire?
Yeah. But
Wait, what is that?
That's the process of questioning and selecting jurors.
selecting a jury, yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Can you give like a Cliff Notes version of what that is? Because I didn't know what that is.
Yeah, actually, the Prince is actually a good thing. Explain as briefly as you can about selecting a jury process, because it is actually pretty belabored.
Yeah, so basically they bring in just a shit ton of potential jurors.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides get a chance to question all potential jurors. The process, as I said, is called voir dire. VOIR space DIRE.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the French for something.
I thought you said Borodir, and I was like, is this fucking Lord of the Rings? What's going on here?
Boromir's brother, Borodir.
Borodir.
Yeah, it's French for to speak the truth.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
And basically, so you ask the potential jurors a bunch of questions. Usually it's things like, what do you do? Do you have any biases, any relations, any, financial or whatever interest in this case? All the things to weed out, anyone who shouldn't improperly be there.
Mm-hmm.
Lawyers get 2 kinds of challenges. The first are called preemptory challenges. You only get a certain number of them, but they allow you to disqualify a potential juror for any reason, as long as that reason is not discriminatory.
This sounds like draft picking.
It sort of is.
That's kind of crazy.
Sort of is.
Yeah.
The fact that you only get a certain number of
only
challenges.
both of you have the same. Only both of you have to agree on the same teammates.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And the crazy thing, the sort of dumb thing about preemptory challenges is they can be for any reason as long as that reason isn't discriminatory. So you can basically just say, I don't like that guy. And even if the reason you're doing it is discriminatory, it's kind of hard to prove that if you just say, I don't like them.
Right.
So it's like you can't use them for discriminatory reasons, but they kind of get used for discriminatory reasons.
Right.
It's an interesting system. And then the other one you have is challenges for cause, and you have an unlimited number of those. And those are sort of like, hey, the defendant's my brother. Okay, he should be a juror. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So those are the more like obvious ones, like, hey, that's my boss. Okay, yeah, you shouldn't be a juror then. Or, just things like that. So you get a certain number of like free discards. And then an unlimited number of, obviously removing people who would be biased or partial.
Right.
To one side or the other.
So the first one's basically if a particular lawyer thinks that a juror is like, this person shares too many things in common with my client and might sympathize with them.
Exactly,
I'm going to get him out of here.
I can't remember what movie it was. I know there's a movie where they like showcased the entire process, and there was like a segment where it was like the crime was a violent gun murder. And like one of the people who was going to potentially be on the jury was like trying to make themselves seem like a really normal, regular person, and then like it came out that they were like a crazy anti-gun rights activist. And they were like, "Oh yeah, no, we're not going to let you be on this case because you're going to declare this person guilty no matter what."
Again, voir dire can actually take a pretty damn long time, especially for high-profile cases. Yeah,
now he's crazy.
It can be a pretty nightmarish process. There's actually a TV show called The Bull, which was about a guy who ran a firm that was hired specifically to help lawyers do voir dire.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool shit.
And while the show was definitely overly dramatized, there are outside consulting firms whose whole existence is to assist with voir dire.
That's really cool.
Yeah, you can get hired to simply help a lawyer pick the most favorable jury based on all sorts of social psychology stuff.
Interesting.
All
right. But how exactly do the jurors get their verdict?
That I don't know, but now I do, thanks to Pridge. I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses.
Susato, were you not also, like, a judicial assistant? What the fuck? Yes.
Prosecutor Van Zieks,
My lord.
it's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounced your fame.
I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy, rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity.
Oh, so you're rusty too. Okay, that makes me feel good.
So, what brings you back? Is there some change of circumstance of which the court should be aware?
I leave that to your imagination, my lord.
Wow, okay. So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Maybe he needs a tutorial too. Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback?
Don't worry, Van Zieks. All you have to do is press the court record button. And that way you can look at all the evidence that is in the court record.
God
Don't
damn it.
forget to press the witnesses. Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo.
Hurry! Someone get Van Zieks, a young teenage female assistant, to help him.
As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please.
Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity.
You must be the only ones in here who weren't aware.
The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks known in the community as Thrice-Fired Mason.
Sorry, thrice? Dude lost his
means
job
three.
3 times?
He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible.
The first Minecraft streamer.
God damn it.
That joke sucked.
He
I
built
apologize.
diamond blocks.
The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus in service on the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard.
Thank you, counsel. I shall accept that and the photograph as evidence.
Also,
Coincidentally enough, the knife looks exactly like the one that Juror 3 has.
yeah, that's kind of interesting, huh?
They don't actually look alike. It'd be really funny if they did.
It comes back to him and he's no longer flipping his knife.
he's just sweating bullets and looking side to side.
Dark Angel Watch hit 100 bits saying, it's canon. Ryunosuke is Van Zieks' tutorial trial.
After Van Zieks beats you, the game switches to his perspective.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
it's a Last of Us Part 2 situation. Let's read those in a second.
Nah.
And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well.
And these are... Good Lord! Is that blood, counsel?
Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
So they did fit, which means we can't necessarily acquit.
Mr. McGilded's gloves have blood on them? Okay, I love how the court's like, oh, that must mean he's guilty then. Goddamn.
Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well.
The defendant's leather gloves. How did I get into this? Really quick, let's
Bet you're wondering how I got here.
Really quick, let's check these things. 54, brickmaker, 10 to 11 p.m. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. Died for internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. The picture.
That's
Okay.
a picture.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Anything out of the ordinary here?
Missing a button.
Look. Yeah, looks like he's missing a button. His colors clash a little bit.
What is
the
that
red-
hat?
I think the red hat clashes with the rest of his ensemble.
What are those?
So let's be honest, he probably had it coming.
He had it coming. He had it coming.
Also, it says his face is partially obscured from view by an old crooked hat. I mean, we can see most of his face, but sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't have ever thought that in that picture.
And the glove, bloodstain is on the right glove.
Can we spin these around for anything?
I mean,
Bloodstain.
surely this is just going to say it's a glove with blood. This is definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day in London.
Well, nothing will come of grumbling now.
Okay, Susanto.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
No. By the way, is Mr. McGilded right-handed?
Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand a little earlier.
That's actually a pretty good observation there, Ryan. Pity. If only he'd been left-handed.
I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really.
But what if these gloves were yellow and big and caught large balls in them? Just trying to do a left-handed baseball
Yeah,
glove.
no, yeah, I get it.
It wasn't great.
Okay.
No.
No, I got it.
Thank you. All right. I don't think there's anything else to really look at these
I
on.
mean, can you spin them all the way? Okay, nothing on this
Yeah,
side.
it'd
Can you
be
look
fine if
inside
the
them?
left-handed glove had something on it. And they didn't mention that. Like, okay.
Look
okay,
inside the gloves. Whoa. The void.
All right.
It stares back.
That's Ryan's face when the void stares back at him. I backed into a corner before I've even started.
He stares into the void. He just looks annoyed.
Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time.
Only 2.
Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, Magnus McGilded.
Ah,
Well, rather damning circumstances, to say the least. Defendant, what say you?
top of the morning to you. Well, of course, I have no recollection of such a thing.
Mr. McGilded?
To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it.
I feel that. I car sleep so easily.
Are you claiming to have been asleep?
'Tis the motion of the ocean. 'Tis the motion of the carriage.
Yeah.
'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. Lilton, so it is. And
Some bit.
when I opened my eyes again, 'twas a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in me life. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand.
So the blood got on the gloves then, after the man had been killed.
Unfortunately, That statement of the driver's is only the beginning.
What? That's not all of it?
The prosecution has more than one piece of evidence?
God damn.
What's going on here? There were multiple witnesses. To the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed. Damn, look at that
Look how
fierce
fast she's
typing.
typing. What the
I know.
Order! Order! Order!
When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Start the counter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this definitely is the same judge.
Yeah.
Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear testimony from these witnesses, first of all.
Your wish is my command. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once.
Oh, very cold man. Very rude man. Very soft boy.
He is a soft. Witnesses, your names and occupations.
My name is... well, everyone calls me Beppo.
Beppo.
Everybody call me Beppo.
He's the cutest.
Everybody
man
calls me Beppo.
Papa making
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Papa making you the finest pizza in all of London.
Can I bother you for some prosciutto?
This is so
No,
cold.
no.
I need to go home and get some of my mama's hot spaghetti.
Please, someone hand me a spicy meatball.
I apologize to anyone
Yeah,
who is
literally
Italian
just being
who's
the
listening to
worst
this.
right
I don't because I'm Italian. So I have nothing to apologize for.
I drive an omnibus in the East End.
Bruce Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city.
Bruce Fairplay.
Bruce Giant Chin is my name. My chin is massive.
Bruce Leno.
My name's First. Lady First.
Fuck.
I make hats for gents.
That's such a good name.
Wait, where's the certificate?
That's a good
But
name.
also, hold on. Imagine going up to someone and introducing yourself. Hi, I'm John. Oh, hi, my name's Lay. What? Like, don't get me wrong. Good name, good joke.
Mhm.
What the fuck is that name?
Goddamn.
Does he go on to start the Frito-Lay Corporation?
Yeah, once he just has to meet Frito.
Yeah. Frito's the next juror.
Goddamn it. Maker of crisps, because they're in London.
Hey. Let's begin by confirming the facts.
Also, I like that he makes hats, but his won't stay on his head.
Yeah.
I
And his is, like,
appreciate
in
that
2
immensely.
pieces, too.
3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Quite right.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Very well, then. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw.
Oh shit, we get our first British testimony.
Wow.
A breastimony. Well,
No.
maybe not that.
Porn
It was the last bus of the evening, so I had a few customers. I remember it well.
The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and did something. Hold on.
Sorry.
and plunged a knife right into his guts.
That's right. He stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it.
Yeah, again, the fact that his hat is just two hats stitched together is really funny to me. Oh, and giant penguin with a huge lore dump. Beppo's name is a reference to the character of the same name from the Sherlock Holmes story, The Adventure from the Six Napoleons. Fairplay's constant looking to the right may be a reference to the profile found on coins, referencing his profession as a banker. And as for first, his Japanese first name is Ready Fast or Lady First. Like Ready Fast? Ready Fast or Lady First is likely a play on the saying ladies first, but it could also come from Ready Fast in reference to his poorly made hats. Interesting. Interesting.
That's good.
Okay.
As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too.
Let me just whip with him. This is really adorable.
Look at his big old schnoz. Somebody get that man a Kleenex.
An ambiguous testimony, I must say.
Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes.
I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
Yes, counsel?
Does anyone else see those things on the ceiling? Or is that just me? Because there are so many of them. And they
Why are
speaking
there
the
eyeballs on the chandelier?
And they are speaking the devil's language.
Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Why not?
Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of a moving carriage.
Oh, fuck, he's right.
Well, I guess we can all go home.
How quaint. I'd read that civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own.
Ding.
But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses?
Huh?
Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you even traveled in an omnibus? Do you even travel, bro?
Well, no. We, only arrived in London this morning.
No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves. The actual scene of the crime, that is.
What? Do you mean? The actual scene? How?
A carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much.
Yes.
The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building.
I love how obviously when he says bloody crime, he's referring to the fact that it was murder, but
Yeah,
the fact
This
British
bloody
Yeah.
crime.
that it's bloody crime.
Yeah. What? The entire carriage?
Bailiff! Bring forth the stricken omnibus!
But the idea of a bus just crashing through the wall.
He just drives it in.
Yeah. Like the fucking Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
Beppo's just driving it. Oh yeah!
It's me, a Beppo.
Look at a Beppo.
Where's my brother, Beppo?
So, that's an
And my arch
omnibus.
rival, Beppo.
That's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing.
Or they just have big doors.
Yeah.
It can be a shitty courtroom, but as long as there's big doors, you can get that in there, I guess.
As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers.
4 passengers seated inside in the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus.
I can't really see anything back here. There's a big ass bus in the way.
Also, Mimup cheered 100 bits saying, on the side of the bus is a sign referencing Phoenix Wright. Is there?
Oh yeah, yeah. When you examine the bus, you'll see.
Okay, cool.
And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight in the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seats above.
Skylight. Oh!
The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on this omnibus when the murder took place. And that is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, Counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom.
There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence.
Damn.
That is the prosecution's wish.
Granted. Very well, I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence.
There are passengers both inside and on the roof deck. Okay. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence.
Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary.
I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here.
All right, omnibus. Bend over and cough.
Let's take a quick peek ski at that while we're here.
Take a gander.
Take a gander.
Okay. London 5th Avenue. What does it say?
Job Masters London head office.
Okay.
There it is.
Yep, there it is. Phoenix right now. Okay. They're really, that's not so much a reference as they just said the name.
Yeah. I was hoping it was gonna be some sort of like clever thing, but it just says Phoenix right.
Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Get it, guys? We're referencing Phoenix Wright here. Do you get it?
By literally saying Phoenix Wright.
It would be funny if you could look at it and like examine it and be like, Phoenix Wright, that's a dumb name.
Wait, can you not examine it?
Yeah, it doesn't light up when you.
Damn it!
Mianowski looks at it and goes, "Man, it's a great name.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if one of my kids if one of my ancestors had that name. Descendants had that name."
I mean, is there anything we should examine on this?
Click on the door.
Okay. It's actually going to open the door? No?
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
The scene of
Do
a
we
murder.
have to?
It's horrible. Okay, yeah. I love the idea that they're just in the middle of this, and they're like Baron von Zieks is like, yes, we're doing, and like Ryan's just like crawling in and walking inside.
Uh-huh.
Let's examine the omnibus.
Yeah, look at this bus.
Oh, well.
Look at this bus!
That's blood that's soaked into the seat. The victims, obviously.
Yes. And that seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck.
Would you really stab somebody in the full view of other passengers like that, I wonder?
Well, it was after dark. And there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight.
Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Okay. I bet this notice is important. Ah, that's a poster for the Great Exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition.
The thing that we're going to blow up. Oh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event. Nope, it wasn't important at all, Zach.
Damn. Fuck me.
You dumbus.
I mean, this is another poster. That
Yeah,
literally
that's
has
the same
Crystal
thing.
Tower. Okay. Hello.
Ooh, what do we have here?
This seat has a handle, it seems. Oh. I mean...
It's a Russian ballerina.
This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running.
Feeding tubs, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems.
There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure.
You motherfuckers better keep your hands off of my spaghetti!
God damn it.
Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway.
Okay, I mean, it does look like there's a good bit of space in there, but sure, whatever, Ryan.
Yeah.
That
That is it.
Oh, not even the skylight?
Just for the sake of time, that's all you need to know.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. Give me this one more time.
Let us continue with the proceedings, then. Your cross-examination, counsel.
Pray, don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights.
Smack yourself in the face. Do it.
I want to see your war face!
My first cross-examination in a British court. Smack.
Yes.
Focus, Ryunosuke. Focus!
Here we go.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it was cool. There was
Yeah,
like
the little stained glass.
Yeah.
Okay. Last bus of the evening. Few customers. Remember it well. Victim and the man accused were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts. That's right, he stabbed him. I screamed I did. I couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. I mean...
Start pressing.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we press... Oh, God damn.
There's only like four statements total. You can probably just press all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. The only two people in the enclosed cabin were the victim and the defendant. And so help me. 3 whole people witnessed the man I'm trying to defend do the deed.
I don't like to be pessimistic, but we do seem to be in a rather difficult situation here.
What am I supposed to think here? Is Mr. McGilded really innocent? What could it be?
Before we jump to conclusions, our first task should be to gather information. We need to understand the case much better than we do at the moment.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Which is not at all.
Let's listen to those witness statements again, a little more carefully this time. Alright. Alright, Beppo.
The way you said that, you're like, all right, fucker.
No, it's okay. Yes, it was sometime after 10, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, sir. That's right, sir. Yes, ever so cold. It was, sir, freezing, in fact.
I forgot that we can look around at people.
The one thing is, it will always, as far as I know, it will always tell you when someone has something to say about it.
Oh, okay.
Like the game will make it very clear
Okay,
that
good.
there's somebody
That's nice,
who wants
'cause
to say
I
something.
don't want to have to be looking around all the time.
No, the game is like, boink, that guy.
And you had 4 passengers on board at the time, is that correct?
Yes, that's right, sir. Not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, of course, though. No.
And there were no other passengers when the incident took place? No one alighted, for example?
You're quite right with that, sir. No other passengers like that. No, none.
I mean, not counting the lady with the goose on her head and the mask.
Oh, shit.
So nobody fled the scene of the crime, then?
We've got Jack the Ripper, now we have Jill the Ripper.
I have to say, the boss insists on it running. He does every evening. That last bus of the day.
Poor Beppo.
But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile.
Oh my god.
Yes, sorry to say.
Beppo just said, what's even the point? What do you mean by that?
What happened to me? I made my mistakes. I've become so numb.
God damn, I didn't mean to click there, sorry.
Well, what with it being so cold and everything, and only making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spent that much at the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again.
God damn, I feel really sorry for Beppo right now. I'm so sorry, Beppo.
Beppo, my boy.
Uh,
You good?
for real. And you saw them through the skylight to the roof in the carriage.
That's right. When you sit up on the top deck, the window's right there at your feet. There was a lamp on inside, so I had a pretty good view.
So they must have been sitting next to each other in that back seat.
Yeah.
The two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces.
Okay, that's actually going to be a huge point then.
Yeah, you can't. You in no way can tell that's McGilded.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded.
Oh, I bet you soon enough I'm gonna find a lot of shredded out in your mind.
Fun fact, the picture they just showed, the person who was McGilded had white gloves on. Which were not, in fact, the gloves that we were given. How can you be so sure?
Well, how can I put it politely? McGilded is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else. Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. There is no room for doubt here.
I really wish there was. Yeah, no shit. Out of the blue, he stabbed him. Pressing that. You actually saw the exact moment it happened.
Didn't I already testify to that? Or are fair dingham, hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days?
God damn the chin on this dude.
Look, the way you're holding that cane, you want a sword fight, bro?
1v1 me.
1v1 me, baby.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. This is not good. I've really got his back up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail.
My lord!
What?
Juror number 3, what's the meaning of this?
My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up.
Made up about what?
I don't like the stinking rich. Never have.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I was wrong about this guy. It's okay.
They're always up to something or other that they shouldn't be. Every one of them. And that little leprechaun of a man is no
Yo!
exception. Well, he can't fool me.
You can't say that.
You can't say that. There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter, anyway.
I've seen through trailers that this is how the court works in this game, but what an absolutely fucking wild system.
You can launch fire from
That is
your
precisely what I was about to say.
desk onto a giant scale.
As the foreman of the jury, it's my duty to set a good example to my fellow jurors.
That's not how that works. Motherfucker. What the?
Also, the aim on these people.
I know, right? What if you miss and it just lands on the judge?
Oh,
I
shit!
was literally just going to say that. I'm guilty.
This. Wait. Is this courtroom the reason why London has burned down literally several
No
times?
shit!
Like, this
All
isn't
right,
a
guys.
joke. The entirety of London has burned down several times.
Alright, so we've just finished rebuilding London for the 3rd time. I'm going to strongly suggest we stop having fire flinging at the Old Bailey.
What are you talking about? That's an
this is-
institution!
This is just a polite suggestion on my part. Can we please stop doing that?
British courts without fire flinging? Are you mad?
Also, Knife Snail says, Pridge, is this not how American juries work?
No, we shoot guns at a target that says innocent or guilty.
God damn
Every
it.
juror gets an AK-47. And there's 2 targets, one that says innocent and one that says guilty, and
And
whichever
then
one
there's a
has
guy
more
blindfolded.
In between them.
whichever one-
The defendant stands in between them.
and whichever one has more bullet holes at the end of the trial is
At the
how
end of
we
the clip,
decide
yeah.
innocent and guilt. Come on, this is America. We have a system.
He went to law school, everybody. He knows what
knows,
he's
he
talking
knows.
about.
I didn't miss a single mandatory jury AK-47 training day.
What is happening here?
Some bullshit. Let me see. Ah, yes. It seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts.
Because words don't work, apparently.
With fire?
Apparently, yes. White for innocent and black for guilty.
That's racist. Just gonna say
With
it.
fire?
As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case. One by one, they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we saw a moment ago.
Again,
Hello, dear.
obviously this is like a weird video game system for law, but of course they haven't seen all the evidence yet. You don't just get to declare at some point when you think somebody's guilty. Anyways, this isn't important. Dark Angel Watch here at 100 saying it's literally a trial by fire. And yes, in that aspect, I think it's correct. So, if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean...
Ah. Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen.
You don't know? Now I'm even more worried than I was before.
Very well. The court acknowledges the change in the jury's stance. Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
This is a nightmare.
Sa!
Alright, press this. He stabbed him, you say? And you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you?
Yes, that's right, sir. I was up on the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I've been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then I happened to look down through the skylight. It was sticking right out from his belly, that huge, great knife.
A grim sight indeed.
Ah, that didn't help me at all.
Rabble.
She's just cleaning the desk.
Shit, look at those fierce fingers.
The jury look like they're even more convinced my client did it than they were before.
That appears to have made everyone even more dubious that Mr. McGilded is telling the truth.
Yeah, no shit.
If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions.
Mr. First.
Oh, yes, sir.
Is this the knife you saw?
Oh, good grief. Yes, That's it. The very one, sir.
Is that?
Yes, Counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake through the heart. That is a blade of considerable size, Counsel. It is. And furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned prominently with a certain initial. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar.
It's Moriarty. It's Moriarty's knife. Calling it now.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
Please, no.
M for Magnus, perhaps? Or McGilded,
My
possibly?
gosh, your dog did it, Zach.
Yeah. it's
Take your
really-
pick.
It's really unfortunate that both of his names begin with M.
I think it's that your dog is the killer here, Zach.
Also,
Also, why did you give your dog a knife?
I'm terrified. Listen, I would give my dog a knife in a fucking heartbeat if I knew he could hold it properly.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
It
Who
seems
wouldn't?
that this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
Oh, fuck off.
okay, that was some pretty good alliteration. But
Oh damn, and he fucked up the slam again. But there are M's everywhere. Like, yes, like in Mason.
Objection!
I like his objection. That's pretty good.
yeah,
This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. No, this weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused.
Can't Play Mothman said it's actually a W for we got knives, y'all.
oops, too many knives. Or oops, all knives.
Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, Counsel.
Yeah, okay.
My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption.
Juror number 2. Go on.
Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society and a gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. However, those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Wait, what are you about to do?
Dispose of the rubbish.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
No!
I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime.
I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion. Uh-oh.
Not again.
That's 4 out of 6 jury members who've proposed a guilty verdict. There are only 2 left.
We've
I
had
also
it.
like how if the jurors kept changing their minds, like back and forth, you just have 2 like gigantic infernos eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
Like innocent, not guilty, not innocent, not guilty, and then it's like the whole just like 2 huge fires just start to
The
swallow
fire
everything
keeps
up.
getting bigger.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, the way that juror number 4 smacks the shit out of that typewriter.
That's some ASMR for you.
Oh, it's more than ASMR. Every time I press those witnesses for more information, I just make the situation worse.
Every time I press the jurors.
Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark.
I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly.
We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back.
But... all right, I'll keep trying. I can't give up. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. Wait, didn't we pressed everything, right? Oh no, we didn't press this
No,
one.
there's one
That
more.
was one last statement.
Okay. And what exactly did you see?
Oh, well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor he was.
He wasn't collapsed on the floor.
It wasn't collapsed on the floor.
And by the passenger, obviously, you are referring to the victim
Mr. Mason, the brickmaker. And then the other passenger had the knife in his hand, like this.
It's also not where the knife was found.
By the other passenger, obviously, you are referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded. And then he plunged it down like this, stabbing the other passenger in the belly.
What?
Face, but yeah, this already isn't making sense.
Yeah.
Because the other two started the stabbing. How did the other guy turn around or stop the cart in time to also see the stabbing?
Yeah.
My lord, I wish to speak. Yes, juror number 5. Do I take it that you too?
As the master of the London Guild of Coachmen,
Oh.
the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me.
How did you get on the jury then?
It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horse is bolted, as they say.
No, please don't do this.
Get up now, Silver Blaze! The finish is in sight!
Come on, Grandma. Come on, Grandma. Don't do this.
Beppo is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what the man says.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're too kind, sir.
This is too unkind, sir.
Which now means that 5 jurors agree to condemn this man.
But also, did Beppo say that he saw the guy collapsed on the floor
Yes.
and then stab him?
He saw him collapse on the floor, and he was holding the knife in his hand afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also, again, it's just contradictory to everything we know so far.
Madam
Wait,
Juror
hold on.
number
Who did
6.
Beppo say was collapsed on the floor?
The victim.
And then he said,
He saw
Magnus
McGillicuddy-
standing over him.
McGillicuddy. Magnus.
McGillicuddy!
McGilded holding the knife in his hand.
but didn't he then say he saw him stab him?
I don't think so. I could be. I think
Probably.
that's what the other people said, but I don't know.
You go to
There's a
history?
lot.
You go to history for a second? I want to make sure I'm...
History. We gotta go a decent bit back. Oh, he was on the floor, and then he plunged it down into his belly, stabbing him.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. How is
No.
he on the floor and then stabbing him?
Literally doesn't make sense.
Yeah, okay.
Also, Cat by Mothman shoot 100 bits saying, "How is Beppo still cold with these giant fireballs?" I don't know. Beppo.
I was like,
Let's
someone
get
let
out
him
here.
go stand next to the fucking fire so he can warm up. Jesus.
Beppo is anemic and he has a fever right now. Just in the worst condition.
The worst combo.
Mm-hmm.
Combo. Madam Juror number 6.
Yes, dear. What can I do for you?
Again, the sweetest person.
You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand.
Oh, no, I can't hear shit. Oh, yes, I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know.
Then, pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your leaning?
Because I think you're a douchebag.
You've got a hippie haircut. Get a haircut, you freak. Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park at around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting.
What the fuck are you talking about?
She's not gonna leave until she's done knitting.
There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park, it's called.
Oh, she likes him.
Blatant bias.
The gentleman donated it to the city, you know. To put a smile on Londoners' faces, he said. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life.
He is always doing wonderful things for the city. That's right, a man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely. Mother, may we go to the McGilded Public Library later and borrow some more books?
Still amazing. Always amazing.
How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know? What kind of a man Magnus McGilded really is?
What kind of a man is he?
He's short.
And the shorter the person, the closer to hell.
That was really good. That was fucking
Van
awesome.
Zieks hates short kings.
That's how I know he's evil.
The philanthropist Magnus McGilded has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one with the very darkest of souls.
What?
Stone the crows.
McGilded lends money at extortionate rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys on the weak.
I've never heard of any mention of that before.
Your faculties haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service?
You're not saying that...
The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McGilded.
Y'all know that rich people don't kill people on their own, right? They hire people.
Yeah, really.
But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment date for his debts.
Good gracious.
The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house. He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, this pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him, his life. By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded.
I don't believe it. Oh, hello.
If I might add something briefly.
Mr. Sato.
You claim that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilded. But where's the evidence to support your claim?
Damn it, she's good.
Wait, where'd you get this wine bottle?
Boo. Pray, forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice in a court of law.
My hallowed chalice?
Aha! There it is! Lord Van Zieks' hallowed chalice!
What? How can this be considered acceptable?
But I find myself in an unexpectedly good humor. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself.
Oh my god.
As judicial assistant to the defense, I'm simply doing my job.
What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside.
Oh,
Allow me to present this ledger as evidence.
So it'd be the creditor's ledger. The debtor is the person who borrows the money. The creditor is the one who lends it out.
And pray, forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in a toast to the enigmatic East at the same time.
Oh, fuck off, Van Zieks.
A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence.
Debtor's ledger's been entered in the court record. Okay, great.
That would be the creditor's ledger.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable sum.
And the accused made quite certain he had ample recompense.
well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes.
No, Granny, don't do it.
Regrettably, madam, That is the modus operandi of the accused.
And it's such a pretty little park, too. What a scoundrel!
No!
Burn in hell! Still, maybe it's all for the best.
Wait a minute. Let's think about this a little bit more before we...
I don't stand for nonsense.
Oh, I guess we lose.
Huh? Folks?
Alright,
That's
back
going
to
to do it
Japan
for
for
this week's stream of Ace Attorney with an actual lawyer.
back to Japan for us.
Folks, we're going to take a quick break, go right over to the art channel, and view
Oh boy.
tons of art. Hey, folks, we made it to this week's art. Here we go.
Hey!
I actually don't think there's
Look at us
too much
go.
left, but we're gonna try and speed through this because again, Pridge has work tomorrow. Happy Time Boredom starting things off for this week with
It's Susato Mikotoba.
Drew Pitcher with some sad idle animations. Look
That's a
at that
sad boy.
Again, in sync. New Clone Fighter cover this time. This is the start of a Sonic level, right? Or at least very similar to it. I think it is.
Maybe? I don't know. I haven't played any
cover
Sonic games.
I'm pretty sure. It's really freaking good. Oh yeah, aboard the Logic Satellite. That's like aboard the something is like the name of a Sonic level. I'm pretty sure. Clone Fighter, again, your music is absolutely fantastic.
So good.
Please go.
Fantastic.
Please go follow their stuff and subscribe to them on their YouTube channel. Just a random idiot with a trend about time travel again. Woo! This time Ryunosuke and Susato learn about cell phones. Since we're splitting up, take my cell phone. It's like a telephone you can take with you. Anyway, I should be the last person she called, so just hit the blue redial button.
It's amazing to see how much Mr. Bell's invention has improved in the future.
Steel Samurai ringtone. Hello?
Phoenix,
can you hear me? You don't need to yell, you know. He's not responding. Put the phone up to your ear.
Maybe he didn't hear you. Try yelling louder.
No, you don't have to. Phoenix, can you hear me?
That's funny. That's very good.
Onion Prince. Be glad she loves hamburgers so much because Maya.
Oh God!
Oh my God! Absolutely terrifying. Thank you, Onion Prince. And
That's
Ouchie,
terrifying.
I think Ouchie would like Russia. We would have called him Hematogen, which is made. We would have candy called Hematogen, which is made using cattle blood.
What?
Which is bonkers to me.
That is bonkers. A man can suck blood without being called a vampire? Cancel culture run amok. It's really good. Thank you, Onion Prince. Wolf, I drew you guys as them boys. Sorry to do a very good job. It's got a new tablet and pencil, yada yada. I also drew the amazing Gina, who you guys will meet soon. I'm very excited to meet her. But also,
Gina's great.
Baron Von Zach, which is amazing.
Baron Von Zach. That's great.
Westlock Sholmes. And, of course, Priginosuke.
Yes.
Which I love that
They're
the
all so
captions
good.
for me is time to die stream. Wes is time to head to horny jail. And Pridge is saying, how is Phoenix even a lawyer?
Thank you so much, Wolf.
Yeah, these are amazing, and I love it. Happy with this was me if I was in Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. The name is Liam Achtoilicht, Scottish Gaelic for bored but happy. I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation, so forgive me. Clone Fighter have this too, not really a weekly covers release. The family faith plate would sound blast processed. What is the family faith plate? I'm assuming that's a track from this game.
I don't know.
It does sound really rad. They do say it's still not finished, but I'm very excited to hear it when it is.
Yeah.
Rose, I'm surprised no one thought of this crossover, Ace Attorney / Detroit Become Human. I feel like we did a joke about that once.
Oh, It's Gumshoe, the himbo from
We
Cyberlight.
did. We
Yes.
did do that.
That is what we said. But this is really good.
But I'm excited to see what this is.
Ah, it's open. The chat is open. It's been forever. I get to see the boys again.
And this is Ami. I don't know. Is it you who's doing this voice?
Oh, I
Ami?
think so.
It's only been 2 weeks. Not forever. Stop overreading. Or stop overreacting. Oh, Ami. It felt like forever. So I'm not wrong. Besides that, I was able to make so much art. Oh, the art that's not related to Save Data Team or Ace Attorney. Jeez, my artist is an idiot. At least the Save Data Team aren't gonna
Drown in art.
drown in art.
And then I love this.
Here, drink this.
Luminol fluid. Emma, no. And
Connor, no!
also, yeah, I was gonna say it's Mr. Krabs.
It's Mr. Krabs.
Dr. Puster with the vomit-inducing combination of salmonella and Dr. Hottie. Yeah, thanks. I hate it.
Yep, I don't want it.
And
Thanks. Get out of here.
Emma Sky and Makoto Nijima because Emma changed her sister's heart.
Oh yeah, from Persona 5.
I was gonna say, is this a Persona 5 character? Yeah, sorry.
It is.
Didn't play Persona 5.
Wow.
Herlock Gnomes with
looking
Snakehead
not
guy
cool, Zach.
sitting on grapes. Oh,
Oh no! I forgot the sitting on.
Oh yeah. Got the sitting on.
such a good bit.
Thank you. That's so good.
And they having tea, which is also
Aw.
very good. And beef, just chilling.
Biff.
Again, I love the stripes on his face. And Bonnie and Clyde, the bank robber OC, great
that's
character.
cool. I like
Great name. Colby, decreasingly emotional. What did you do to Kazuma?
What did you do to my boyfriend?
He had a katana. That's why we called him Katana Boyfriend.
that.
Facts. There is a moment in last week's stream where it was like the emotional peak, and that was Bridges' exact voice, which was so funny. Blank is they might be the last stream I can make too for a while because uni, so that sucks. But here's the funnies. Yes, the three of Kazuma and Renosuke making out,
Just
driving the boat, and Katana Boyfriend just had to do it to us. Yes, appreciate the addition of the sword and the band. The extra work on that one is noted. Greatest Detective Herlock Shum's Twitter. My talent is identifying birds. Okay, what's this one?
Yep, it's definitely a bird.
Genius.
Also, Herlock in dresses, looking fly, looking amazing. The absolute drip.
Looking fly for a British guy.
Kazuma in prison for gay crimes. Homophobia strikes again. Oh no. At least they let him have some coffee in there. Sherlock. Here's some home Sanaga art. This is actually really amazing. I love this.
Wow.
I love like
That's gorgeous.
the umbrella being used as like the liquid. It's really good.
That's
This is
such
fantastic.
a cool, like, abstract. That's fucking awesome.
I love that.
Who is this?
Sherlock.
Sherlock?
And-
Sherlock, that's incredible. That's amazing.
And also some Hosonaga Booba. Thank you very much. It's amazing.
Delicious. Delicious booba.
And a tired Bab,
Aww.
which is really cute. Love that Bab. Also a photo of my uncle that I turned into Herlock, which is really good. And a few OCs. Absolutely adorable.
Ah,
I love the freckles
so
in the second
good.
one too. Huge freckle fan. Also Enola Holmes, which I fucking love, and Mycroft Holmes, two OCs which are absolutely fantastic, and I love them. Appleby, won't be able to make it to the stream. Wanted to share this because I did this 2 weeks ago, but y'all will be meeting him today. I would be an awful lawyer because I would be kicked out of the courtroom for swearing at the prosecution too much. Hey Van Zeeks, look at me, bitch. I love it. I love it. Colby, this artwork is actually fucking amazing. I love this.
Yeah,
That's
really cool.
that is incredibly cool.
That's some dope ass shit. Isn't that what
That's
the
awesome.
Milan cover art does?
Sort
Yes.
of.
Where she's holding the sword,
little
and it's like
bit.
the
The
male
ping
passing
and
version of
the other
herself,
half.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
and
That's
some
dope
Van
as hell.
Zeeks and Hosonaga art.
Uh-oh. That's
controversial
some fighting
ship.
words. Those are fighting words.
And Ryunosuke and Herlock doing
Doing
the
it-
dance,
the dance.
which I love.
Doing the dance of deduction.
I love the pointer fingers as they dance. Also, another OC, Davey Harrelson, which is a great.
God damn it.
My favorite motorcycle place.
Also, the breakdown sprite, which I can just literally imagine him like jumping up and holding the thing. Yeah, yeah, with the growl sounding like a bike. Sholmes in a dress with Van Zeeks. Love that blue. Thank you. Drew Pitcher sitting. Thank you, Hosanaga Simp. Akai Cheetah with some new OCs. Pen Bubbler. Apparently fountain pens, water pens are called bubblers in some places. Water fountains. Oh yeah, it's a fountain pen. Okay. Water fountains are called bubblers in some places. Yes, I have heard that. That makes sense. And Terrace O'Hare, which is a play on Taurus and the Hare.
Taurus and the Hare.
So are they fast or slow?
Slow and steady. Red Balloon. I think this was you were doing this character, Wes.
Is this the not Sweeney Todd?
The not Sweeney Todd, exactly.
Yes.
Mr. Asogi, while I do respect you as a defense attorney, boy, if I don't get those pastrami strips to a hair appointment, I will shave them off myself.
Amazing. Neo with art dump of Charlotte, but with her dad's color palette. I actually really like that. I love this look for her.
Oh, yeah.
Super dope. New OC Herman Metzger, which actually from far away I thought was like a drawing of Pridge. We've got some OCs. Charlotte dancing, funny JoJo pose, Fortuna Wheelan. Again, Neo, great stuff as always. Into it. Also, Monica Metzger holds. She cute. Oh, and Thick Fish. Most important OC, Thick Fish.
Thick Fish.
Cursed as hell. Lemon, some updates. This is the turnabout truth game that the community is making. Crazy Legoid is unable to work on the project or interact with the server for a few months and requested I posted this letter. Thank you, Zach, Wes, and Pridge. It's been a hectic month for me. I've been on a personal hell working on so many things. I want to say thank you for being a shine of hope in these dark times. I won't be able to watch you guys anymore for personal reasons and won't be able to contact anyone from the server either. But discovering save data was one of the best things to ever happen to me. You may not have the time to read this, but thank you for being there for me when others couldn't. Big fan, yours always. Thank you very much, Crazy Legoid.
Crazy Legoid.
Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whenever you get some time to come back, we'll be here.
Absolutely. And Lemon with some more sprites of Sunny Weathers, blinking and talking. Super cute. Again, love this OC.
Yes.
And Kazuma and their persona outfit, which is excellent.
Yes.
Again. And Minerva Hours, a new time-traveling detective OC. Again, Time Wizard, just coming into play this week.
Time Wizard!
Charlie's Angel from Mikey Moo, a.k.a. Charlie. Again, Charlie's Angel. Charlie's Attorneys. Can't wait for the rest of it. Onion Prince. This is Kazuma in the, Peter Griffin falling down the stairs position.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really funny.
Oh, that's what it is.
You nailed
That's
it perfectly.
really good.
That's pretty good.
Steel.
Can I, for somebody who's feeling frisky now,
Sure.
if anyone wants to give Kazuma tripping over the cat and hitting his knee and then doing the
Yeah.
Oh, you mean? Oh God, I hate that so much.
That joke.
I counter request no one to ever do that.
Steel, y'all are streaming while I'm at class with Sally. Can't join. Fastly Sketch, self-character thingy, thanking y'all because I love watching your videos. Thank you, Saved It. Thank you, Steel. Thank you for watching our content. Really appreciate it. And to Pikachu with P as their new name. Just want to share one small thing I'm working on for Turnabout the Truth. This character animation looks dope as shit.
That's so good.
That's so good.
Y'all are amazing.
It's a gorgeous character design.
And Dilfachu with more clips.
Get a girlfriend, man.
Well, boyfriend, he's bi.
Damn, son, you get no bitches for real.
That's what I'm fucking saying, like.
Some of that was hard to understand because the way the voices have been modified, but it's very funny.
Uh-huh.
Dilvichu with official cafe art.
Ooh. Art from the cafe.
I love this. Look, Kazuma, we're matching.
One of us is going to have to change, and it's not going to be me.
God damn it. And Hosonaga fan kid go burr. Her name is Kamiko Hosonaga, and she is Bab. She is Bab.
She is Bab.
Adorable. ATM around the monitor. Himbo's loving himbos. Don't deny Hosanaga's himbo energy, even if he's not as dumb as Herlock. No, he kind of dumb.
I mean, do you know what kind of school he went to?
I was
He's
gonna say,
an
dude
idiot.
brought the wrong steak out.
Yeah.
Phone wouldn't work earlier. I hope y'all appreciate me putting the boyfriend in Katana boyfriend. It's super adorable.
We love Katana.
Herlock gnomes with some Van Zeeks. I love this. Love the skulls. Love the bat. Neo won it. Wear the fat crown. Goddamn, the people want it. It will happen. I swear. I'll try and get it for next week. Legitimately. Definitely, you're right. What is? The Time Wizard.
Yes. I'm Miles Strongheart. Time Wizard was my father.
Ha ha! I will be your first defendant, dear lawyer.
So good. So
Time was
good.
the bomb.
God damn it, y'all with the fat crown. The fat crown will happen. I swear it, y'all. The biggest tree. I gave up on coloring the rest. Here's a comic on how they met. Oh gosh. Because we are running so late, I will hold off on reading the words for now. Again, biggest tree, I apologize. Your art is amazing.
If y'all want to go read it, check out our Discord.
This is fantastic. Neo with gentle reminder that Charlotte has a ponytail. Come on, guys. I'm sorry. Neo with cries. How many days do you need to make a simple paper fat crown? God damn it.
Day 14.
I'm sorry.
No fat
It'll happen
crown.
next week. I apologize.
Damn, you're getting roasted
I
over
really
not having
am.
a paper crown.
I'm living in a very. This is my live. I'm living in a basement. Definitely, you're right.
Live in a van down by the river.
Some Rinos get to calm the nerves. Again, adorable art. Oh,
Hey,
no.
hey, come on, I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy and it's my birthday. Come on, I'm a little birthday boy. You're gonna punch a little guy on his birthday.
That's the funniest fucking thing. Definitely, thank you again for this.
You're gonna punch a little guy in his
God
birthday.
damn it. Asufa, it's been a little while. Here's some Ace Attorney
Asufa!
cast I did from memory during the end of classes. Hope you like them. I still have the fat crown on, of course.
First of all, thank you. Second, I love that I sometimes forget y'all have ears.
Yeah, that's facts.
Can confirm. There's one right here.
I actually only have one ear, so
Others right here.
I hide my nub that I have over on this side by wearing headphones.
I understand that can be easy to forget though.
Asufa,
Also,
these are so good.
I don't
Thank
know.
you so much.
Also, I thought this was funny. Please let me be a lawyer. Give me a chance.
Lol, this is gonna be good.
Akai Cheetah was something I drew. I miss Cosmo. We had so much to talk about. Travel diary. Come to think about the last 2 pages of his travel diary. Maybe I could. Oh no!
Look, Naruhodo. Dolphin.
Really? Where are they?
Susato toss overboard.
Ah! Good reference to the fucking
That's so good.
Overboard stream. Fucking love it.
That's
Blue with Van Seeks eating the blood off the glove. ATM coming soon to a theater near you based on the question Snow Battery. That kicks so much ass.
That's
Buster
really
special.
awesome.
Oh, and they're lucky, so they have a 4-leaf clover
This little-
pendant.
Yes.
Fuck
Damn.
yeah!
Everybody, watch out for the Buster special.
I
It
can't
gonna
fuck.
get
Oh
good.
my god. Apollo's forehead, which is a great account name. Some Rightworth Naramitsu art. You like stupid things. Oh wait, sorry. Oh, sorry. You like stupid things.
Yes, I do, Phoenix. Yes, I do.
God damn it, that's a good burn. Pantran, fun fact, Lupin makes a cameo in some official Ace Attorney concept art. You see one of Phoenix's early designs in the first panel.
Oh,
that's
that's
actually
wow.
dope. That's super cool.
look at him breaking down.
And Pantran, this inspired me to make a sprite for Zenigata using Gumshoe as a base because they look like cousins.
They really do.
That's
I
really
cannot.
cool.
I can in no way disagree with that statement. That is the absolute correct character to use as a base sprite.
Pantran, great job as always.
I need to watch Lupin.
Also, a sequel to the dance.
Wait, what?
Salary cutting noises.
Pantran.
Oh, celery cutting noises.
God damn it.
That's really
God
good.
damn it.
You got
God
us.
damn it,
You got us.
Pantran.
You got us.
This is basically a Rickroll.
That's no, straight up got us. Oh shit. Yane Love. Crowned with Pridge. With the bear in the background.
And my bear friend.
Yeah.
I mean, where did you get all this money, Magnus? We just moved because we couldn't afford rent. That's very true. We actually couldn't afford rent. Also, fucking
the film Holes is in horny jail
Yep.
now.
Makes sense. Makes sense. God damn it. God damn it. We saw the art at the end of the video, Pantran. It's right there. Yeah. We saw it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Whiteworth. Why
Yeah.
do some people like that video of me dancing? Yeah, I saw that.
Pantran, doodle of the best himbo I did because I simp. I mean, yeah, you got it.
Damn. He looking good.
I got really drunk the other day and I drew Apollo for some reason. There we go. I'm so fucking gay and I love Apollo.
I love the energy radiate. I love just the energy that radiates from this picture.
Yeah. You can tell somebody who was not sober drew that in the best of ways. Dilfachu, right, with all the assistants. Absolutely amazing art piece. I love this so good.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's
all
really
them friendly faces.
fucking clean. Pantran, the only DGS fan art I've drawn. Hosanaga, absolutely amazing. Love them as always.
I wish I could post it on Twitter, but I got suspended for telling the Blue Petro was going to beat him to death.
Shit. Nothing puppy, a whole lot of guinea. Thank you for
Look,
this.
Ryan, we're rich.
Oh
I love this. I love all the guinea pigs' faces in the sleeves. It's so cute. Oh no, the fucking
Yes, Pantran, I remember.
that was the origins of Horny Joe on this channel.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Deep
What
collarbones
what a
act as
callback.
convenient gutters to collect mayo when he's eating burgers. Yes, that's exactly what we were talking about.
That's what they're for.
Cursed.
That's what they're for.
Uh-huh.
Incredibly cursed image.
His neck mayo gutters. That's what Wes said.
That's
God
what
damn it.
definitely. Those are the exact words Wes used.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Akai Cheetah with animated from their OC last week. Super amazing. The blinking playing the hair is amazing.
little hair twirl.
An original Dan.
Zach, you
with
know what's the eye thing called again?
blinking.
Oh, dichromatic.
Oh, hemochromatica, I think, or something like that. It's hemo,
Okay.
which doesn't. I would assume it would be like by something too, Bridge, but I think it is. Oh, heterochromatic. Heterochromatic. Pantran said homophobia. It's not that Pantran. An original Dan with whoops all weapons. Which, yes. Chrono Wizard, sketch based on last week's stream. Oh shit.
Oh.
Super zoom
Oh.
in.
1, 2, and boom, baby! Aha! I have you now, villain.
Oh shit! I forgot that.
It's us killing. What's her name?
Susato's face is so good in this. sorry about that, Lady H. We did kill her for no reason.
I mean, look, she called you ugly. It
Yeah,
was
she had
the
to.
only thing. She had it coming.
Mm-hmm. Blue with a recreation of an image that's going around Twitter. Look at him, he amazing. Continuation of my stupid joke by Mediocre Potato. Oh shit, late for court.
I'm
Yep.
gonna be late for court.
Amazing. Canavercoon with Kangaroo Attorney. Kangaroo Phoenix, right? Take that.
Take that.
Talk about a kangaroo court. Am I right, folks?
Hey.
Pantran with the new Ace Attorney OC, Castle Chevalier, which is French for knight, because chess theme. This character design fucks. I love this chess.
Yeah,
this
I actually really love that.
It's really
That's
good.
fucking cool.
Deal with you right. With some Naramitsu amazingness. I love it. I love how doofy Phoenix's face is. I love Edgeworth kind of pissed. Kieran, this took me more than the whole stream to do. It's my most ambitious thing to do in a short amount of time. For reference, I started shortly before the stream started, approximately 4 hours and 15 minutes ago. Oh my god, we have been streaming for that long now, though.
You got it done just in time, then.
Hey, Rinosuke, is something the matter? You seem frazzled.
Well, yeah, a bit. It's mostly that prosecutor over there.
Oh, you mean Lord Van Zeeks?
Well, no, actually. And I think it's a woman prosecutor.
Oh, so it is. You think you'll be fine?
I hope so. She seems rather ruthless, don't you?
Oh, fuck.
God, the idea of her showing up in court would be
Suddenly
so
Francisca.
funny. With blue, with a work inspired by the cafe art, them sharing some wine. And planning on making more expressions for Zenigata Sprite. So here's a sneak peek. Absolutely amazing. And hey, guess what, folks? We actually caught up. That's it. The art
Tim Pickety's trying to post. You, Zach. You better close it.
No, I'm doing it now. Where's the thing I need to block?
You better do it fast.
Where's the thing
They're
I need to block?
Post.
There we go. Blocked
They're gonna post stupid stuff.
Blocked it.
Ah, dang it.
Blocked it.
Ah, they got. Oh, look at all the stuff that they're posted, Zach.
No, they got me. Damn it. All right, y'all. Seriously, we've been streaming for almost 4.5 hours.
The ultimate anime betrayal in there. Do
What?
you see the second to last person?
Pridge, no.
We got him.
Anime betrayal.
We got him, guys.
No.
I typed in butts.
Tempico T in the chat says, get fucked. Hey, Tempico T, I'm actually going to time you out now. Oh, God. Oh, no, I just banned Tempico T. I'm so sorry. Tempico T, you've been timed out. I hope it didn't. Tempico T, refresh the page. If you can still hear me, I'm sure you can't. Oh, my God.
You're the worst.
Well, and that was the last we ever heard of Tempico T. I'm so sorry.
Come back. We're sorry.
I unbanned them.
Uh-oh. Katya WC just said, get fucked. You gonna ban them too?
Y'all, I'll do it.
The episode where Zach bans our entire chat.
And then Save Data Team disappeared forever. Folks, that's going to do it for this week's stream of Ace Attorney with an actual lawyer. Again, you can show up. You can watch the streams on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Usually we don't run for this long, but sometimes we do. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Wes and Pridge for sticking along with this. It's almost midnight now. And Pantran says, and you can get banned. Yes, you can. Again, if you like us, check out some of our other content, including the last week's stream of Overboard, or maybe even our Pokemon Randomizer Nuzlocke, which is a whole heck of a lot of fun. Please watch it, enjoy it, consume it, and we love you.
Watch it.
Please, no, seriously, please watch it. The Pokemon series.
Yeah, everybody who tunes in, everybody who donates, everybody who does art, everybody who's involved in the Discord. We love you guys.
We appreciate you all
so much to hear.
So goddamn much. But until next time, court is adjourned.
Bye.